Hi, CJ here. In 2005, just 3 months after the birth of my first son, I lost my mom to a rapidly progressive heart disease. She was just 55 years old. In today's edition of Life Notes, journeying through grief and loss. It's comforting to note that on the other side of grief is love. You see, grief is a natural response to loss. It is the emotional suffering we feel when someone we love is taken away. Grief is not limited to the loss of a loved one. We also grieve the loss of things. Any loss can cause grief, including a divorce or a relationship breakup, loss of health, loss of a job, loss of a pet, selling the family home. Even a career change, graduation from college, or moving far away from home can trigger a sense of grief. Grieving is a highly individual experience, and there is no right or wrong way to journey through grief. There is, however, healthy ways to deal with the grieving process. Grief can leave us feeling overwhelmed, can leave us feeling shocked, angry, guilty, in disbelief, and in a deep state of sadness. It can even disrupt our physical health, making it difficult to eat, sleep, or even think straight. All these are normal reactions to loss, and the greater the loss, the more intense the grief will be. There's nothing to be ashamed about. Healing takes time, and whatever your journey is like, be patient with yourself. Give yourself time. The pain will not go away faster if you ignore it. There's no predetermined time. Moving on is not about forgetting about your loss. Crying does not mean you're weak, nor do you have to be strong. You just have to be. In 1969, psychiatrist Elizabeth Kubler-Ross introduced what became known as the 5 stages of grief: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Denial: this can't be happening to me. Anger: why is this happening? Who is to blame? Bargaining: make this not happen and I will return to whatever. Depression: I'm too sad to do anything. And acceptance: I'm at peace with what happened. Note, you may not go through these 5 stages, and some of you may never experience any of these in that order. There's no typical response to loss. Grieving is as individual as our lives. Acknowledge your pain. Accept and understand that grief can trigger many different and unexpected emotions. Know that your grieving process will be unique to you. Seek out face-to-face support from the people who care about you. Self-care by supporting yourself emotionally. Take care of yourself physically. Recognize the difference between grief and depression. Draw comfort from your faith. Remember, on the other side of grief is love. Trust your heart. Your heart will hold space for your mind to recall as you go through this healing journey.